Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Audit is currently going on now with all the ministers, and you will be amazed at what is happening. Some do not even have a clue what is happening. So we continue. Auditor, General Petroleum Minister, spent 14.5 million on Biros, 46 million to print letter-headed papers. That's all. 14.5 million is to buy Biro, not Biro for the nation, no, for his department to use. It was 14.5 million. You know, to print letter-headed paper, buy your cartridge, get your printer, and print the letter-headed paper. 46 million Nigerians. And you say there is, and you say this Buhari's administration is not the definition of thief. Thief. Hey, this is the definition of theft, however name you want to call it. Let's give you all the details. Auditor General, Petroleum Minister spent 14.5 million on Biro, 46 million to print letter-headed papers. The Office of the Auditor General of the Federation says Office of the Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resource spent 14.5 million on the purchase of stationaries, Biros, 46 million to print the ministry letterhead, and 55 million on photocopy machine. Altogether, how much is that? Do the math. This was contained in the 2015 audit report submitted on Thursday by the AUGF to the Senate Public Accounts Committee. In the report, a total sum of 116 million was spent to produce stationery in 1 year, which is enough to my God, revitalize our educational system and put it to international standard. Just to buy stationaries. The report is currently under scrutiny by the Senate committee. My dear, not deceive yourself. Nothing will come out. They will pay themselves money and they will overlook it. Led by Senator Matthew, representing Edo South. The contract for the supply of stationaries, Biros worth 14.5 million was split between smaller pockets of less than 5 million each and was awarded to 4 different companies in order to circumvent the permanent secretary approval threshold of 5 million. So they did it systematically they did it for 5 million, yes, so that they can approve it. Similarly, the contract for the printing of ministry letterhead worth 46 million was also split and awarded to 11 different contractors. My God. Also, the contract for the supply of tin worth 56 million was split and awarded to 7 different contractors, which are all their companies. The permanent secretary has been requested to explain the contradiction to the Public Procurement Act of 2007. Responding to the query, Godwin Akobi, representative of the Petroleum Minister, said the action of the ministry was in quick response to the needs of various departments in the Ministry of Petroleum Resources. This award followed normal rule and procedures, he insisted. The contracts were not split. They were awarded to the various contractors at different times when items were needed. The sum of 46.6 million used for printing letterheaded followed due process, and the large sum of money is explained by the volume of products to be used in the department. The query was also sustained as the Senate committee chairman was asked to explain why the permanent secretary of the ministry is the one giving out the information. He asked the committee secretary to document the money spent and ask the refund of the office involved in that ministry. My dear, this is how they spend the money without looking back. Oh. They spend the money with double hand. Somebody say double hand. That's how they spend Nigerian money. If you know what is going on in this country, I don't want to bore you with it. It's like a man comes to you and say, I'm having headache. You say, really? Okay. You take the paracetamol and you put it on in your own mouth. It's not the man himself that is having headache. It's not you having headache. Somebody comes to you and say, I'm having headache. Then you say, okay, no problem. You get the Panadol or paracetamol, as the case may be. Take some water, put the paracetamol or the Panadol in your very own mouth, and you tell the person after 5 minutes, so how do you feel? That's exactly what's going on in Nigeria. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that there are thieves from every stem of the ladder? Hence, the country is where it is today. Biro. They did not distribute it to school children, no. Biro, my people. You know, as I'm telling you, I feel like crying. Because overseas, do you know what? Children go to school without pen and book, without reading book or anything, and it's given to them free. The only thing you'd buy for your child is your child's school uniform. Even with that, children that are from less privileged home get those things from the government. They even get what we call holiday lunch. And it's given to them. It's not somebody saying A and actually he means W. No. The children go to the place and they get their food. They have their tummy filled and they go back. There are recreational activity meant for these children. There are people to see to it that they go for swimming, go for judo, or whatever you want to say, extra curriculum activities, all paid by the government, and the children are getting what the money is actually meant for. This country, see, the truth of the matter is, before they got up there, they did not start stealing today. Wherever you are today, you are the secretary, you are a president in just your local community club, and yet you are stealing the money. When you become a governor, you will steal more. But that's how it is, to be very candid, and let's be honest with ourselves, unless we want to tell ourselves lies. If you cannot be honest in that level where you are now, you can never be honest when you now see the millions. It's the same thing. That's what is happening in our country. Can you imagine? Biro. My people, leave us a comment. Let me hear your thoughts on what is going on, because my heart is doing bam, bam, bam. As I'm reading the message to you, my heart is doing bam. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe it. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now.